Utah tastemakers always make a splash at the annual Craft and Hobby Show, and they roll out new product inventions and offer new looks, new styles. These ideas end up on our walls, in our holiday displays, and at all of our parties in the months to come. Lucky for us, Georgana Hall is going to keep us on the cutting edge with her takeaways from the show this year. We were just chatting. You had a great time.
It was wonderful.
And you call this show the heart of creativity. Why is that?
Because you just walk in and you just can feel all those creative booths and the people and all the inspiration there. You just get this tingly, crafty feeling.
The feel-good tingles.
Yes.
Right? Well, I love it too because creativity does come with such an energy.
Yes.
So I have to imagine you put that all in one space. And granted, I know it's a huge space, but the buzz must just be electric.
Oh yes, definitely.
If I were to pin you down and say, okay, Georgana, what was the one big takeaway that you took away from CHA this year? What would you say?
Mixed media, painting. People were not afraid to get their hands messy.
Get in there.
Get in there and get the paints. And so that's what I really noticed as I was walking the aisles and the booths is how much fun color and paint there were.
And it's not necessarily an artistic kind of paint, it tips more to the creative side, pulling in from those other crafting mediums that we've loved for so long.
Yes, so there was all sorts of chalk paints, spray mists. I mean, the list just go on and on of all the different fun creative mediums that are coming out on the market.
You told my producer this kind of took you back in your mind to the 80s toll painting days.
It did. It reminded me of my mom sitting down and having all of her paints everywhere and her paintbrushes and, you know, having that fun creative feel in our home, and it's coming back.
Yeah. There's something about that tactile paint medium, I think, too, that almost enhances the creative experience, right?
Yes.
I mean, we've cut paper, we've glued decals and,
yes,
you know, die cuts, and now it's like actually getting in there, like I said, the mess is part of that creative buzz.
Yeah.
I believe. So what would be a fun starter project with that mixed media painting movement in mind?
Well, one thing that really grabbed my attention, if you're kind of a little bit of afraid of the paints, are these markers by Faber Castell.
Okay.
And it's actually like a big brush, and you can actually try and color on this wood. It actually has so much pigment that it lays it down like a paint. So go ahead and try it.
So it's not exactly, what is it? Is it paint or it's a marker?
It's a marker.
It's a marker.
Yep. It just has so much pigment that it allows it to sit on that wood surface and really have a fun effect without getting out the paints and getting too messy.
Nice. Okay, and these are these available now or are these coming?
These are available now.
They're
I think
out.
you can get them in craft stores.
Yeah, it's not drying up like a normal marker would, so it's holding, you're right, that pigment.
Yeah. So that's a really neat product.
Cool. Okay, and this board is kind of cool. This Etch-A-Sketch sort of a
yes. Okay, so this is a brand new product that really struck my attention, and the reason why is because I'm not an artistic person. I can't just I can't just like oh, I'm gonna freehand this design on a canvas
that's
or something.
Artistic people say. I'm not that artistic.
Well, so then this is what really grabbed my attention because there's nothing else on the market like this.
Okay.
Because the designs are already etched onto the wood, so basically anyone can be an artist. So you're basically kind of coloring, but you're on wood.
Well, you saw how we just got into that. I mean, don't worry, I was listening to every word you were saying, but there's something so therapeutic and mindless in a good way about this coloring trend. So are these also available, new product out?
Yes, this is brand new. It was released at the show. And so that's kind of what I want to show you. Is those markers were awesome to use on surfaces like this. And then the other thing that I really found interesting is the chalk paints. They've been out for a while, but Decoart has a really nice variety of chalk paints, and I like these because better than an acrylic paint because they have a little bit thicker texture to them.
They look just like acrylic paints.
They do, yes, and so you just look for the chalk finish.
Okay.
And so you don't have to do as many coats as you're painting because it has that thicker pigment as you're painting. And so
that's what we're using on this?
Yep, that's what I'm using on this. And my second tip that I loved at the show is using a water brush instead of a paintbrush.
Oh, hey.
Because see, I'm just able to kind of squeeze and get that water out because it's here in this tube. And then I'm able to just kind of lay down my paint.
Does that dilute the color?
It doesn't at all. No, it allows you to have a smooth application as you're painting.
It's going right over that bumpy wood. Yeah. So nicely.
And there's different widths that you can purchase. So there's a small, a medium, and a large. And so I absolutely loved being able to use that instead of a paintbrush because it's right there.
It almost seems like the water brush would allow you to be a little more forgiving too, right? Where it's not so thick and like grab, hold strong. And
as you want to shade, you can just squeeze a little bit of water and it allows you to really mix and blend those colors together using a water brush.
We've shown you just bits and pieces here. Can I pull this out?
Yes, pull that out.
I mean, look at the results. You can get really into this with the two tones, the greens, the shading. That's really pretty.
Yeah.
Well, are we hanging these on our walls? What are we doing with these?
Well, you can hang them on your walls, but there's one more tip I want to give you.
Please.
So the third thing that I loved are these color stains by Decoart.
Okay.
And so if you do very much chalk furniture refinishing, then you kind of have seen these. But if not, this will be something fun and new.
Okay.
So when you're done painting, I need that.
Oh.
When you're done painting, you're going to add a clear varnish onto your painting.
Okay.
And this allows your paint to set so that it is there when you put your stain, it won't wipe away. So I have put a clear varnish all over where I've painted.
Okay, so the paint is in place.
It's in place. So then I'm just going to take my color stain.
That's black.
I know.
Do you know that's
it's going to make you nervous.
Okay.
And so I'm actually going to paint.
What are we doing?
Right on top of.
It looked so good.
It did, but I am like vigorously rubbing it down into this recessed area.
Listen, I feel like you've ruined something. What is happening?
Okay, so then what you'll do is you'll get a wet rag and you wipe it away and it stays in that area.
Oh, me of little faith. Look at this. Look how cool.
Isn't that neat?
Can I hold this up? Can I do your Vanna White?
Yes.
Look at this.
So you can see how you can do that. And then if you want to do, there's different colors. If you want to do a gray stain.
And normally that would take like detailed, like pinpoint, tiny paintbrush.
They used to like wood burn it.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yep, so this totally eliminates that
I took a wood burning class. You just took me back to my 90s
So see, this
years.
one I didn't want that stark black. I wanted kind of a gray stain. So I'm just rubbing it right onto there.
But it's still going to give you that dimension.
Yes. And then I just take my rag and wipe it away.
It's a crafter's magic trick.
Yeah. So you can see there's my finished one, how I've put the gray in, and it just looks so beautiful.
It's fun to see the different stages because, you know, you could have hung it as it was on your wall, then you took it a step further, and now here you've even kind of done the shading on the empty space there behind the pattern.
So you can dry brush it. I mean, it's so fun, and like I said, it's easy. Anyone can be the artist because the design, the hard part is already there, and then you can just color and paint away.
And you mentioned mixed medias. I'm peering over your shoulder. I'm seeing different. Is that a kind of a decoupage?
Yeah. So this one we decoupaged the paper, so tore it up into tiny pieces, decoupaged it on, and then we even dry brushed a little bit on top of that. So I mean, the possibilities are endless of the masterpieces you can create for your home.
This is fantastic. Thanks so much for the trend preview. And again, all of these products showing up on store shelves right now.
Yes. And adornit.com has all these fun wood surfaces.
Oh, I think these would be a blast, especially for teenage girls. You need a girls' craft, right, for young women or camp coming up this summer. That would just be perfect, planning that idea early. Thank you so much. We will link you over to Adorn It from our website, too, if you want to shop these products and more, and include a shopping source for you as you look at these new products, these new trends coming out on store shelves. That'll be a good resource for you, studio5.ksl.com.